Wow, that's another massive Pokemon Perler that I finished. This legendary Perler had 6 Pokemon in it, and it took me so long to finish. It was kind of crazy. We have Kyogre, Jirachi, Latios, Latias, Rayquaza, and Groudon. I've talked about this Pokemon Perler Bead design before because it's one I started and it got destroyed. But not this time, so let's throw some tape. Yeah, just kidding. There's no possible way I would be throwing tape at this Perler. It's huge. This thing looks so cool, and I'm really happy I finally got to make this one. Now, you might not be able to tell from this picture, but the whole sprite is actually about 30 inches by 30 inches. These legendary Pokemon are definitely the largest Perler I've ever made. Not the longest. My Evolution Perler holds the record on that one at almost 4 feet long. And hey, all my fans that have tryptophobia, when I use the tweezers to poke the holes in the tape here, they make super tiny holes, so it won't freak you guys out. At least I hope it won't. However, when I was poking the holes in the tape, a piece of the tape got stuck to my wrist, and it pulled up this section of Rayquaza's head. But out of all the things that could have happened, this is pretty minor, and it was a very small piece of a massive Perler, so the fix itself only took me a couple of minutes. It was nothing crazy. Now, last time when I made my Evolution Perler, I cut the video right here when I did the flip. I'm much more comfortable now making longer videos, so you guys get to see the whole process of the flip, and you know, making the rest of the Perler too. What's nice about a Perler like this that's somewhat like a circle is that it's much easier to pull off the pegboards and flip it. But once you get it on the table with a tape side down, you have to look over your Perler to make sure you actually got every bead. Every once in a while when you make massive Perlers like this, you can miss one, like I did right here. And you definitely don't want to melt and have to try to put a bead back in after the beads are all melted together. It turns into a huge mess. It is doable, but it's really hard. Depending on your sprite too, you may have a spot like this, where it's a single bead that's a gap in the Pokemon. It's not a missed one, so you can fill those in or leave them blank. I tend to leave those little ones blank. However, I did miss one over here in the claw, so that one over there definitely needs a bead. Sometimes these can be tricky to find too, so you really want to check them out before you melt. Which this Pokemon Perler Bead design took forever to melt. Much longer than the Evolution Perler. I usually use the lowest setting I can, and I never have a set time for how long I actually melt. I just go until I think I'm done. So sometimes it can take only 5 minutes or so, and then other times, especially with a Perler like this one, it can take like 45 minutes or longer. I actually had a unique problem with this Perler when I was melting it. Usually it's the edges that need to be ironed a little bit more, and they're harder to hit. But on this one, I was able to get all of those really easily, and it was the middle that I had a problem with. I had to take a little extra time to make sure I hit the middle really well. You can see through the parchment paper here where the Perlers are melted together and where they're kind of not. So once it looks all good, then you get to do the reveal, and I love this part of making Perlers. Getting to see the final product is so cool. It's like when you get to pull that plastic off of brand new TVs or computer monitors. But I couldn't revel in this one too much because it started to curl just slightly, which meant I had to get all my old PlayStation 2 walkthrough books and stack them right on top of this thing to keep it flat while it cools. This is it the next day after it's been flattened and I get to take off all that tape. I absolutely love asking my followers this question and the people that get to watch my videos. What side do you prefer? Do you like the melted side or the unmelted side? Because I don't think you can go wrong with a Perler like this one. And as always, thank you for watching my videos and subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon Perler Bead content. I put out daily videos and turn your comments, even the crazy ones like all legendaries, into these cool Pokemon Perler Bead designs. Okay, bye!